Let's open up Glinda from the American Girl Wicked collaboration. Hi you guys, it's me Chris and welcome back to the Doll Studio. So today, American Girl released the Wicked dolls for Berry members. I know a lot of you guys immediately messaged me asking me if I was going to be getting the dolls, and of course I ended up getting the girlies. I have both Elphaba and I do have Miss Glinda. I also have the outfits, but here we have Miss Glinda, Miss Ariana Grande. I knew that these dolls were happening. To be honest, when I found out that they were going to be happening today, I thought that's way too soon. And to be honest, I just didn't want to forewarn and be wrong just because I know that I have a really good reputation when it comes to being right on things. So for me, I was like, there's no way American Girl is going to release Raquel and then literally within the same week also release the Wicked girls, but here we are. I thought that they were honestly going to release in October because it's closer to the movie. However, I think American Girl really wanted to get ahead on all the Christmas stuff, and they also wanted to get ahead of the movie because once the movie comes around, everybody and their mom is going to be releasing Wicked stuff. So I definitely can see why American Girl decided to do it this early. Did I think it was going to be the week of Miss Raquel's week? No, I thought it was going to be like, you know, a little bit more in the future. However, American Girl just decided in one quick swoop to release the girlies, so here they are. So here we have Miss Glinda. She is $295. I do anticipate these dolls selling out very, very quickly. An American Girl Ariana Grande doll, I mean, come on. The fact that it's in her likeness, not only are we dealing with Wicked fans, but we're also dealing with Ariana Grande fans. So for me, I feel like that is the pool of people that will be buying this doll specifically. I know a lot of people are fans of Wicked and American Girl, and the American Girl collaboration that they did with the Broadway musical was, in my opinion, like fine, but the main consensus is that we all wanted actual dolls. Personally, I would have loved the pink dress. I feel like that's more iconic. This blue dress is very much giving the Broadway version, and since we already kind of got that, I would have preferred the pink version of this dress. I did see some people saying that that dress is a little more scandalous, which I think is a little crazy because, you know, Ariana Grande, Ms. Glinda has like bare arms and a bare chest, and that would have been a whole thing, you know, that American Girl would have had to think out. But still, I would have loved the pink dress. As of right now, American Girl has no intentions of creating playline versions of these dolls. So I definitely would say get them while they are available. If we, you know, voice how badly we want playline versions of these dolls, I do see American Girl potentially doing this. But because this is a license for something very specific like this, I don't know whether or not we will actually get playline versions of these dolls. I would love playline versions of these dolls, or at least dolls that are somewhat similar to this Glinda doll, because I know a lot of people want to get this doll because it's very Ariana Grande. On the back of the box, it says Glinda Upland. It talks about the fact that these are limited edition. No more than 6,800 of Miss Glinda specifically are being made. And it basically talks about, you know, Wicked, and it has a beautiful little shininess to it. On the sides, again, it's just gorgeous, you guys. The box is so gorgeous, and I wish that these dolls were actually going to be playline versions, but as of right now, that is not something that is in the cards for American Girl. Anyway, without further ado, let us get unboxing Miss Glinda. So I'm going to slide the top from the bottom, and we're gonna take our time with this, you guys, because I feel like I always rush these things and then we don't actually like take our time with things and we don't get to really look at things. But here she is without the cover. She is absolutely breathtaking, Miss Glinda here. So as you guys can see, she is a Mary Grace mold with brown eyes. There is no pinwheel whatsoever. It is just the standard brown eyes. She has purple eyeshadow, dark blonde hair, curly blonde hair, and the dress is stunning. There's no Swarovski element, thank God. And then she does come with a crown, her wand, all of that fun stuff. I do want to show you guys the shoes before I forget. That is what they look like. I would definitely recommend having scissors for this because there is a lot here to cut out, not rip out. Definitely get like cuticle scissors or regular scissors and be careful, but this is all definitely attached to the box, so be very, very careful with that. So we are gonna slowly but surely get Ms. Girl out of here. The first thing I'm gonna do is start snipping off stuff from the sides because I can tell that she is very much stuck in here. Take your time with this because again, since she is a collector doll, you want to be very careful. Actually, so before I actually take her out of box, I'm going to see what number she is. So this Glinda is actually number 6,155 out of 6,800. That is what it looks like. Just a certificate of authenticity. I think it's interesting that at the back of the box it says caring for straight hair, but her hair isn't straight, it's actually curly. And I love the fact that there's a little pedestal here. If you want to display her like on a doll stand, you can literally just put her on this and it will like be fierce. For some reason they extended the box. I don't know if it's because of the crown, but for her, they definitely, you know, added this because they needed like more space. Now here she is. I'm gonna slowly but surely start to take her out of here. I like really don't want to rip anything because these dolls are so expensive. Okay, she's like kind of holding her wand. So like, I'm trying to think of the best way to do this without like breaking anything. What is this attached to? Let's get her out first. It's so interesting seeing her and it being like so Ariana Grande. Having this doll be very much in her like likeness is very interesting. I would highly recommend assessing everything before going at it with like, you know, everything. I'm gonna turn her over. I'm gonna hold onto her with my one hand and then I'm going to try to, from the back, actually cut her from the back out, just because from the front I can tell it'll like look ugly box wise. That actually was really smart, Chris. Thank you, Chris. Okay, and again, everything needs to be pulled out just so slowly. Her hair is tied to the box, so be very careful as to what you are cutting. I hate that they did that. Okay, and there she is, free as a bird. There is Miss Glinda. She definitely needs like a crinoline or something to make the dress stand out, but she very much is giving Ariana Grande and I love it. Look at how gorgeous she is, you guys. Let me get you guys a closer look at her before I take out her hair. So she has brown eyes, like a light lip, middle part. Her hair is in this hairstyle. It is 2 rows and then it is all tied in the back. Nice and pretty. I do want to show you guys the design of the dress. It is gorgeous. On the back, there is a little tag here. And then this is all very, very soft. Be very careful with this because one false move and it will rip. Same thing with this on the sides. And then the material of the dress is actually fairly nice in my opinion. It's like a netting material and it allows for everything to look very, very, very pretty. There's just layers. Like this is all like this kind of like ombre, and then on top of it, it just makes it look really, really, really cool. And then again, the shoes down here. She has her ears pierced, as you guys can see. Ears pierced. And she's just stunning, you guys. The eyebrow shape for this is very interesting because it's so like straight across and then angled at the end. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like American Girl hasn't really done something like this, except for, I'm looking at Nenea right now, and I feel like Nenea's eyebrows are kind of like this. Who knows? But it's definitely giving Ariana Grande, because, you know, Ariana Grande literally has, like, eyebrows like that. We are going to get her wand out of here, which is going to be really annoying, but that's fine. Be careful with the wand, because the wand, like, the sharp part is also connected, and again, you do not want to break anything, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the wand. So ridiculous. For some reason, the wand, you guys, like, do you see that? It's like missing some at the bottom. I know it's like intentional, but still like, it kind of like looks awkward because it's kind of just like jetting out randomly. Like, shouldn't the bottom of this have a bunch of them? Or am I crazy? But yeah, she can kind of like hold it and it be like a whole thing. And there is a little handle for her to be able to hold it. Now let's get her tiara out of here because her tiara is a big deal for me because I am a Wicked stan. And so like seeing an American Girl big tiara like this is everything. There it is. I was trying my hardest like not to rip anything out. Now this, you guys, like the other crowns, is a dangerous weapon. It's metal and it's humongous. Like this is so insane. It's so big. Literally, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but like that's a lot going on. That's like a lot going on. It's huge, like huge. It's gorgeous though. There's like, you know, obviously like all the circles, like the bubble. Here is her wand. So cool. I think that these are so cute. Okay, now we're gonna do the part that everyone loves, which is releasing her hair. I'm not gonna take her hairstyle out just because I would like to keep it in until I have, you know, a second Glinda to, you know, have as collateral before I start playing around. Ah, did you see that? So gorgeous. It's so soft. My God. This wig is stunning. And honestly, with the blondes, there's usually like not a lot of good hair, but she's really gorgeous. Look at that hair, you guys. It's so soft and so beautiful. Some of the curls are definitely giving squiggles more than they're giving actual curls. Even just finger curling it. Girl, you should not be squiggly like that. You should actually be a full-blown curl. A little water and some TLC, I feel like I could definitely get that through. But yeah, that is Miss Glinda. I'm going to give her her crown. I'm going to try to see how I can do this without like damaging her hair. Okay, so I just slid it at the top. And isn't she just absolutely gorgeous, you guys? Am I crazy, or is this not the most gorgeous American Girl doll ever? I'm going to give her her little wand. And like, hello? Isn't she gorgeous? Isn't she gorgeous? I think this doll is so stunning. Honestly, that crown was fairly easy to put on. I'm like not at all mad by it. This flexi thing that they got going on here is kind of annoying. But it does allow for her to hold the wand, I think. Kind of. Are you going to hold her or are you not going to hold it? Okay. It's very like interesting. Like, she can hold it. She needs to be like kind of like up though. There you go. So she can actually hold it and she can actually be like posed and positioned in this. This, you guys, is a massive hit in my books. I think that it is absolutely so gorgeous and so stunning. The hair on this doll is beautiful. And she really is Ariana. It's like that like yellow blonde that Ariana Grande has right now. No offense to Miss Girl, but it's very accurate to the movie in that sense. But she's like stunning, gorgeous. I'm actually really happy with the way American Girl did this. They also did a layer of like netting down here so that way it does puff out a little bit. But if you get her, definitely use like Addie's crinoline or Mary Grace's crinoline to like really like jet it out and give it that effect. But it's really stunning, you guys. She is really stunning. I'm like again upset that they didn't do the full-on pink look for her, but she's gorgeous. But yeah, that is Miss Glinda Upland from Wicked. Overall, you guys, I'm obsessed with this doll. If you are thinking about getting Miss Upland here, I would highly recommend getting her. She is stunning. So gorgeous. So gorgeous. All right, you guys, that is it for today's video. Definitely let me know in the comments down below what you think of Miss Glinda Upland here. Are you gonna get her? Are you not gonna get her? What do we think? What do we like love? What do we hate? All of that fun stuff. Yeah, I think she's gorgeous. I think she's stunning. I love this doll with a passion. And for anyone that is an Ariana Grande fan, you will absolutely love this doll. Like, you will love this doll. For sure. And if you're a fan of Wicked, this doll is definitely a smash hit. So I would definitely recommend getting her. But yeah, all right, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. My name is Chris. You guys can follow me on my Instagram, which is @thedollstudio by Chris. Make sure you guys like this video, comment down below. Let me know if you're going to be getting Miss Glinda Upland here. Follow me on my Instagram, which is @thedollstudio by Chris. Subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a lot. Follow me on TikTok, which is Chris American Girl. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.